It's Kate's blog!
Here's something to boggle your brain. I mentioned earlier today on Twitter that I found a strange knife when I was making breakfast. The thing that is strange about this knife is not that it's shaped like this, which I hear is a butter knife. I never had these growing up, but I assume it's this shape for spreading purposes. It's not that, it's the fact that its handle is not only fat, but it's hollow. And it doesn't sound hollow because it's made out of metal, but I assure you it's hollow because it's light as a feather. It's not quite amazing yet, I know, but if we delve into my thought process a little deeper, it gets pretty interesting. The handle of this knife is hollow. That means that it contains air. But where did the air come from? And, most importantly, how old is it? I know for a fact from watching documentaries that some companies and some factories use blowers to actually put air into their product to keep the packaging in a presentable state. For example, but some factories do not use blowers, some just use the air that is around them. So for argument's sake, let's say that the factory that made this piece of cutlery did the latter. We have to assume that most of these facilities are to standard with the sanitation laws and everything that you have to be okayed with regular inspections to be able to make your product and sell it to the public. So the chances are there's not actually anything gross in here. But there are packers and workers, actual people that work with machines that make things like this. So let's think about them for a second. One of these people could have exhaled and a small wisp of their breath could have been carried by a breeze over to where this knife was being formed, and a microscopic amount of moisture, including the bacteria and most intriguingly that person's DNA, could have been trapped within. This could actually contain a little piece of a person. A little tiny piece of a person, and in the future, maybe when we're in hovercrafts and silver jumpsuits, we could crack this knife open and withdraw any DNA that may reside in there and create that person again. But that's going a bit far, isn't it? You could argue that the chances of anything like this happening are extremely slim. But if you think of how many pieces of cutlery there are in the world and other pieces that have handles like this that are hollow, it is slim, but it's not impossible. And even if it didn't contain anything human, it could have once contained a smell. The factory could have been by the ocean, so it could contain the memories of a sea breeze, or it could have been in a valley, so it could have the smell of fresh dew on a tree in the mountains. And despite the fact that this is metal and it was probably forged in the extreme heat that burns off anything that comes anywhere near it, it could even contain a pet hair from one of the workers who picked up Fluffy to say goodbye before he went to work. The possibilities are endless. But as I said earlier, the thought process didn't end there. I have scoured this knife with my brilliant 20/20 vision, and there is absolutely no maker's mark on here. This knife could have come from absolutely anywhere in the world that makes things, and from any particular point in time within the last few decades. It's pretty beat up, so it could just be that it's old or that it's been used a lot. It could be from 10 years ago, or it could be from 50 years ago. There's really no way of telling without looking up the specific design and trying to trace it back to its original creator. So all of that came from making toast for breakfast and spreading my butter with this. But I would like you to do something for me. I would like you to go look around in whatever building you're in right now, whether it's your home or a friend's house, or even if you're staying in a hotel and you're watching this because you're so bored and there's no ice in the tray. Just look around, and with permission for whomever owns it, whether it's the company or your friend's parents or your parents, just don't steal anything. I would like you to find something that is as sealed as this. This is like sealed, sealed, sealed. I'm talking something that you couldn't open unless you broke it. It could be an ornament, it could be piece of furniture, I guess, maybe a lamp, base of the lamp, or it could indeed be another piece of cutlery like this. And by the way, if you have a piece that has this puffy end and it sounds hollow to you, please do let me know. I'm very intrigued to see if this has brothers and sisters. And I would like you to either write a comment and tell me what the item is, where you found it, and what you think would be contained inside of it. Or even better, if you can, make a video response and post it as a response to this, and we will investigate this matter further. Because this is the way my brain works. And you may know that more if I actually start vlogging. So please do let me know what you find, if you find anything. And if you can't make a video response, just take a picture of it and have that in this video and just talk over the top. That's fine, I don't mind. I'm just very interested. By the way, while I was rifling through the drawer to see if this one had any relatives hiding away, I found this. It's like a zombie spork. Rawr.